When religious motives are injected around court orders, democracy is endangered or imperiled. You know this. When the Supreme Court handed a death sentence to Afzal Guru, some activists label this as an act of judicial killing. Yes, viewers. A terrorist who had dared to plan an attack on Parliament was turned into a martyr, an idol for others to follow. The slogan Afzal, "Hum sharminda hain, tere qatil zinda hain," pushed Muslim youth in the valley like Burhan Wani to pick up the gun. More recently, the Ayodhya judgment on the Ram Janambhoomi case was also communalized. The Lutyens' ecosystem lamented that the 5 justices had given a majoritarian edge to the issue. These are not my words, viewers. If you Google them, you will find very easily who they were uttered by, scripted by, and then echoed by. These views only serve to alienate the Muslim community, undermining their trust in the Indian state, which works, viewers, to empower everybody without fear or favor, especially our courts. This was a condemnable communal incitement, despite the fact that the Hindus had shown tremendous restraint by placing the matter entirely in the domain of the court. Yes, viewers, the Babri Masjid was pulled down, but after that, the Hindus protest the court's verdict. Acting on court orders, the local administration has said it will clear the 2.9 kilometer stretch corridor of public land adjacent to railway platforms. The residents of Haldwani's Gafur Basti have been given a week's time to vacate the premises, their encroachment, following which the demolition drive will be carried out to clear the land so that a cordon sanitaire can be created insulating the railway tracks. And this is a safety concern. And viewers, once again, it's the courts that have ordered the eviction. But despite the clear court order, the residents have vowed not to vacate their houses. Much like in Shaheen Bagh, thousands of residents, led by women, have taken out protests, vowing to block the eviction drive. In fact, several residents have told Times Now that even if the Supreme Court upholds the eviction drive, they will not budge. This is what I was told this afternoon by our reporter covering this entire episode. This very sad and unfortunate episode aimed at derailing the writ of the court, undermining our democracy, and creating a sense of false victimhood. But first, listen to this report.
Well, the demolition drive in Haldwani will now be heard in the Supreme Court on 5th of January. As per the residents of the area, they say that the demolition drive will affect over 50,000 people living in around over 4,000 houses, and all these areas that you are seeing will be demolished in the anti-encroachment drive which will be taking place. The railways have given them a time period of 7 days to vacate the area. The people over here are maintaining that they would follow the orders, but reallocation and help should be provided to them from the from the government. This is the school. This is one of the oldest school in Haldwani district. This particular government school will also be demolished. And in this anti-encroachment drive, along with private and government schools, several market areas will be demolished. I'll request my camera person to pan around and show the market area. You can see several shops are here which will be demolished under the anti-encroachment drive.
ये पहली बात तो इंक्रोचमेंट नहीं है, क्योंकि यहाँ पर जो मकान है, जो घर है, उनके पास कागज भी है, लोगों के पास पट्टे हैं, लोगों के पास दाखिल खारिज के पेपर है, लोगों के पास रजिस्ट्री है और कुछ लोगों के मकान यहाँ पर फ्री होल्ड भी है। तो इसको इंक्रोचमेंट कहना तो गलत ही होगा। बाकी हमारी मेन डिमांड जो वो है कि अगर रेलवे को ज़मीन की थोड़ी बहुत आवश्यकता है भी, अगर उसे चाहिए भी, तो पहले लोगों को बसाने का काम करे, ना कि उजाड़ने का।
2007 से रेलवे का नोटिस आया था। ये रेलवे अपनी मनमानी कर रही है। जैसा कि 2007 में खाली एक गफूर बस्ती के नाम पर पूरे बनबुलपुरा को उजाड़ा जा रहा है। 50,000 की आबादी है। इतनी आबादी इतनी ज्यादा ठंड में कहाँ जाएगी?
Well, there you heard that the people are saying that the first step that the government need to do is to provide them assistance until and unless they would not leave their houses. I'll show you the market area. This is one of the major main market area in Banbalpur in Halwani district, which the railways have said had encroached the railway land, and all these buildings that you are seeing along with the different shops will be completely demolished. The matter will be heard in Supreme Court on 5th of Jan, and till 7th of Jan they have time to vacate their residence, and after that, as railway has been announcing that they would be taking necessary steps to make sure that the anti-encroachment drive take place.
Now viewers, remember, it's the High Court that has ordered the eviction, and the residents are saying, compensate us, give us land elsewhere. So first you encroach, then you threaten the state, then you say that you will blockade any action unless you are given adequate compensation. Because it doesn't sound logical, but here is what is happening, and several opposition parties and activists are supporting them. I'll come to this in just a few moments, but here are the facts, viewers. So the charge is that the government's picking and choosing, that they have selected this particular basti because it happens to be Muslim dominated. The fact is, viewers, that the High Court has ordered the eviction drive, and I'm deliberately bringing to you the facts in this matter. Why? Because viewers, here on Times Now, we want you to be empowered with the truth. The other charge is, these people are being targeted due to their religion. Since they happen to be Muslims predominantly, they are being targeted by the Uttarakhand government. The High Court has accepted that the railway land has been illegally occupied. So this is not a question of anybody being picked upon because of their religion. There are in fact, viewers, 20 mosques and 9 temples on this encroached land, and there are Hindu homes also. There are no only Muslim enclaves in this country. It's a mixed neighborhood, predominantly Muslim, but there are 9 temples which will also be flattened. So this is not directed only at one community. The BJP is working against one community and the poor. Again, one needs to very, very stridently put out that the demolition process has been initiated as per the High Court order. Now, like in several past incidents, several opposition parties and activists have decided to ignore what the High Court has had to say, ignore the facts, just slam the state government for communal targeting of one faith. Needless to say, this is a dangerous provocation. First listen in, and then viewers, we'll open this up.
जब वहां पर 3 गवर्नमेंट के इंटर कॉलेज हैं, 5 गवर्नमेंट के स्कूल हैं, इतने सालों से कैसा गवर्नमेंट ने स्कूल खोला और इंटर कॉलेज खोला वहां पर? 16 मस्जिद है, 4 मंदिर है, 2 मंदिर है, और 70,000 से ज्यादा लोग बर्बाद हो जाएंगे अगर उनको निकाला जाएगा तो। हम देश के प्रधानमंत्री से अपील कर रहे कि इंसानियत की बुनियाद पर भारत के प्रधानमंत्री, भारत के वजीर आजम को इन लोगों की मदद करनी चाहिए, इनको वहां से नहीं निकालना चाहिए।
तो दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है, ऑनरेबल हाईकोर्ट के फैसले के बाद किसी प्रकार की राजनीतिक गुंजाइश नहीं बचती है। कहीं पर भी अगर किसी ने अवैध रूप से कब्जा कर रखा है, अतिक्रमण कर रखा है, और कोर्ट के आदेश के द्वारा विधि के सम्यक क्रम में अगर उसको हटाया जा रहा है, तो ऐसे मसलों पर राजनीतिक दलों को राजनीति करने से परहेज करना चाहिए। लेकिन कुछ राजनीतिक दल ऐसे हैं जो अपने सत्ता शासन काल में अवैध बिल्डिंगों को, अवैध निर्माण को, अवैध अतिक्रमण को हमेशा संरक्षित करते रहे हैं। इसलिए कहीं पर भी अगर कोई अवैध कब्जा है तो उसको संरक्षित करना अपनी वो राजनीतिक दायित्व समझते हैं, और इसी राजनीतिक दायित्व के तहत उस ऑनरेबल हाईकोर्ट के फैसले के खिलाफ जाकर के वो इस प्रकार की बातें कर रहे हैं। ये बातें स्वीकार नहीं की जानी चाहिए।
जिस प्रकार से कई वर्षों से जो लगातार हमारे प्रदेश के अंदर जो जिस तरह से डेमोग्राफी को परिवर्तित करने की जो कोशिश की जा रही है, उसके लिए हमारे यशस्वी मुख्यमंत्री माननीय पुष्कर सिंह धामी ने जिस प्रकार से हम निश्चित रूप से ये कह सकते हैं कि प्रदेश के अंदर किसी भी प्रकार से हम डेमोग्राफी चेंज करने की जो लोग सोच रहे हैं उसको बिल्कुल नहीं होने देंगे।
Based on religion, caste, gender, region, language, nothing of this. Why is the government picking and choosing? they need to follow and adhere the norms of the constitution.
Now viewers, this is a country where political parties get papers to legitimize encroachers, and why do they do it? For votes. And we've seen it in every locality we live in. There are people who come, suddenly set up homes, they legitimize, they're given papers. And it's odd because the very people who said that hum kagaz nahi dikhayenge are now today, and I'm talking about the political class and the activists who called upon. Many members of the community said, don't show your papers. And this, remember viewers, was in the aftermath of the CA laws being passed by Parliament. Are today saying that, look, we have papers.